don't forget to subscribe for more reviews. Please also like. Thank you.
Are you a Decepticon? No. Are you sure? Yes. How sure are you? Very. You kind of look like a Decepticon to me. No. Are you sure about that? I mean, you're purple and you've got red eyes. I mean, that's pretty much a sign of a Decepticon to me. Oh, hey, Soundwave, how's it going? Say hello to Megatron for me when you get a chance. Ask him if we're still going to have the picnic here on next Sunday. You're a Decepticon, aren't you? No. You're a Decepticon, aren't you? No. You're a Decepticon, aren't you? No.
Da 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 da.
Hello everyone, this is Tom, and today we have the privilege of taking a look at Mech Planet's The Hot Soldiers, HS03 and HS04, their intelligence officer, soundtrack, and laser bird. And let me tell you, it's been a long time since I've been as excited about a figure as I was about this one. I bought this one from Toy Dojo, and it was $15.99. So I figured I'd never heard of this company, never heard anything at all about them, but for the price, I'd give it a try. So this is the box. For those of you who are interested in how tall the box is, it comes up to 6.5 inches on the box. So let's crack this bad boy open. Now, to be fair, I have already done that. I've already opened it up. I've already looked at it. So, quickly, the box. This side, that's the top. That's the side. The bottom, you know, all that warning stuff. Don't eat anything. It's really bad for you, all that good stuff. There's another product shot. The back of the box looks nice. Okay, that's the box. Now, in the box, you get your figure here, who is in a nice little clamshell, and you get these accessories. You can't see. You get these accessories here, all these accessories. His weapon, his shoulder cannon. This is a laser beak, and here's the figure. Now, before we break him out of his little plastic prison, you get instructions, which are just a single, you know, page here, but it's front and back. Looks like this, and it looks like this. That's pretty good instructions. When was the last time we got color instructions? That's pretty doggone good. They have impressed me just with this. Oh, and future releases. Look at this. They're doing a recolor, but we're getting a rat bat. You can't beat that. I mean, yay. Okay, and then for the next thing, we get, yay, Masterpiece style cards. So here's one for soundtrack. And on the back, you see his tech specs if anybody's interested in those. Not only that, we get one for our good little laser bird. Yay! And here's his tech specs in case anybody's really interested in those. No bios, but you know what? That's okay. I'm really not all that interested in that stuff anyway. So let's crack open this plastic prison here. As I said, I have already done this once because I quite simply couldn't wait. But don't hate me for liking the look of a figure before I actually get it open, you know. But I mean, Damn. That thing is cool. He comes with, let's see, this is one of the little things that plugs into the gun, and let me get the gun. Right here's the gun. The gun is just a no, it's not single cast. They've pinned it together, or they haven't pinned it, they've glued it together. And it's got a nice little red stripe right here going around it. And the paint's fairly good. The paint is fairly good for this. This little silver thing right here just plugs into this hole right here. Well, it might. Plugs into this hole right here, and it makes his weapon. And he can hold his weapon just fine. I mean, that is a solid connection. That is solid on either side. So, as far as this thing goes, you can pull this thing out, and it does a really neat trick I'll show you later. But he's got, where'd he go? Come back here. He's got two of these little silver ones, and then for some odd reason, and I'm not sure why, somebody I'm sure will tell me, he's got this translucent blue one, which again, does the very same thing, it's just in translucent blue. Which is fine, that's great. I'm all for that, I guess. I don't have anything against it, rather. So, gun. Nice molded detail up here, not a whole lot, but enough. Enough to satisfy me, and I'm okay with that. Next we've got, if I can get it out, we've got his little signature shoulder thing, and it's got a little detail in there, which is great. And he's got a little post right here, and yes, bam, look at that, look at that right there. See that? That's cool as hell. And the piece de resistance, you know what that is? That's a little frickin' laser beak. I mean, how frickin' cool is that? Okay, so I've got to do this. Let's pull our little sound wave here out of the way and pull this thing in. Okay, so we're going to do this in inches. So if you don't do inches, I'm sorry, but this thing is, I don't know, 7/8. It's not an inch. It's not a full inch. I'd say it's 7/8. There you go. And how wide is it? Half inch. It's a half inch wide. You can't beat that. That's great as all get out. Now, but Tom, how tall is he? Well, let's find out. He is approximately to the tip of his head. I would say right here's 4 inches. So, wish I could make it a little bit better. Okay, so I would say he is 4 inches and an eighth. For anybody keeping score. Alright, now, the really cool thing here. Pop that thing open. Pop that thing in. Pop that thing closed. He is a sound wave in every imaginable way. And I dig him. Now, size comparisons, let's get this out of the way. Size comparisons, let's get that out. Here he is with pipes. Give you a size comparison there. Here he is with Rodimus from a current line to give you an idea of size-wise. And for you Classics fans, here he is with Classics Prime. So we've got Legend scale. That's where Legends comes up to. Pipes' head's about right here. And you can see scale-wise the rest of the way. Alright, so that's scale. And just for those of you who are curious, that's where he stays with a Sharkticon. Okay. So, let me see if I can get in for some detail here now, without getting too shiny or too close to where you can't see. He has some astonishing red eyes. And I don't know if that's coming off on camera or not, but he has some really good, beautiful red paint in there. He's got this little crest right here that's got molded detail on it. Yeah, you can see that. It's a little blurry, I know, I'm sorry, I'm using my iPad. I don't have a camera, so this is what you get. This is translucent blue, and this button does not work. I think that's a little bit much to ask from a figure this size, but pop that out, and you've got silver paint in there, and the whole thing is painted silver on the inside, with, it looks like a tape deck on the inside there. Can you see that detail? This is great. This is a great little figure. Did I mention I paid $16 for this? Let's see here. You've got molded detail right here. You've got a paint line right here. There's little sloppy work right here. That's, you know, for the price, it's fine. Beautiful silver paint right through here. Beautiful silver paint right here. You've got little molded detail right here. Can you see that? On both legs. Turning this around, you've got details. You've got freaking details everywhere. This yellow could have used a second coat. This yellow could have used a second coat, but yellow is very hard to pull off. Back of the figure, you're not going to get much cleaner than that. You're not. That's great. And as near as I can tell, he's got 1, 2 screws. Oh, there's 3, 4. So he's got 4 screws in him from what I can tell. That's great. Alright. Even the window has a little play thing on it. That's just great. Now, articulation wise, let's get this through real quick. His head is on a ball joint and a flap. So you can get some crazy squirrel stuff going on right there. He can look down that much. That's what you're going to get. Little wiggle waggle. The arms are on ball joints, and they've got this kind of reverse butterfly thing going on. So they don't pin in horribly at all. So they just kind of rest there. But that's okay in this particular instance. You get the full, you know, arm spread there, which is fine. And if you really needed it, I mean, you can have him go, goal! So that works too. There is no waist swivel, so be aware of that. No waist swivel. Legs, he can do the full Van Damme. How about, yep, he can do the American splits too. So you can't ask for better articulation. They're on T-jointed ball joints. Right here you go. So I mean, it's a simple construction, but it works very well. There is a rotation here at the knee. It's just a mushroom peg. I mean, you can see it. It's just a mushroom peg. It works. It works just fine. Ankles, there is a little toe tilt up. And a little bit, well, actually, pretty much all you want down, I'm sorry. There's no rocker, and that kind of, he looks kind of funny because he doesn't have a rocker, but that's okay. Again, $16 figure. We're not talking an Iron Factory $40 figure. We're not talking a DX9 $40 figure here, or $80 figure for, you know, their evil, whatever his name was. We're looking at a $16 representation of Soundwave, which is astonishing. There's no bicep swivel. Again, that's okay. I'm all right with it. And there's no ankle. Oh, I'm sorry. There is. I didn't realize that the first time. Yeah, there's. You can rotate that ball joint. So you have a wrist swivel. I mean, I am so freaking impressed. Have I mentioned this was freaking $16? Alright, really quickly, to transform this guy, I'm going to put this back in here. You know what? Hang on a minute. Because part of this, you just need to see this. You just need to see this guy transformed up. I need to turn that around the right way. Alright, so we're going to set old Soundwave over to the side for a minute. Excuse me. Laserbeak here. Simple little thing, right? He transforms in basically 2 steps. You come back here to the back, you open up his wings. Simple enough, right? And then you just pull out his head. Now, I haven't been able to get in there to pull out his head. It may loosen up with time, so I take something really small that's not going to damage anything. And I just kind of just pull it up just a tad. Tweak! Now, I'm relatively certain from the pictures, this side was supposed to be on the other side. So my wings may be mispinned. That may well be. I'm okay with that, because it still looks pretty damn cool. He's got a frickin' laser beak, folks. How frickin' cool is that? I mean, seriously. This little bitty thing. Transformed. And he's back to cassette mode. I love this little thing. This is great. When was the last time that we got something that we just so absolutely loved? This thing is great. I am digging this. I am digging this. Alright, so transforming this guy is really relatively simple. You pull his head back, rotate it around, pop it down. It stores in there really nicely. Take his hands and just kind of pull them back a little bit for right now. These 5mm ports are actually going to come and clip around these spots right here. So you rotate at this joint right here. You just rotate his arms back so that they look like this instead of like this. And then you come back here and you just kind of clip his hands over those little posts right there. How simple. How cool. Just like that. I mean, the guy turns into a box. It's not rocket science. Take his feet here. Pull them forward. Now, the pins on these are pretty tight. So, be aware. Turn these around like this. And rotate up. Now, there's a little clip right here on both sides. Okay, just a little clip. And that's going to clip into... Where's it clip into? Oh, there's a little divot right there. That clip is going to clip into that little divot. And there's a little spot right here, if you could see it. It's going to go into a little depression right here on the other side of this yellow spot. So the easiest thing I have found is you put that depression in first, and then you just kind of click that into place. And that finishes off your yellow spot, see? So, move this part into place first. Now don't make a liar out of me. No, seriously, that's what you do. And then you just pop that into place. There you go. Now, nothing moves in this mode. I mean, it is solid as a brick. Nothing moves in this mode. There's another cool little feature that they included. You have weapon storage. There are little depressions and little divots right through here. So, on the weapons, you've got a little depression right there. You take, this is the one that goes on his shoulder, and you just line it up properly, and you just pop that in right there. How about that? Now, for this one, this is pretty cool. You know how to make his weapon we do it like this? Watch this. Turn it around the other way. Stick that in there like that. And it's got the same depression and the same groove and whatnot. Battery. How freaking cool! How freaking cool is that? Alright, so in this mode, size comparison, there he is next to the Sharkticon now. give you an idea of scale. Alright, so let's see if I can do, let's see, so he is approximately, let's give him 3 inches. And height-wise, we'll say, I'd say he's closer to 1.5 inches. He's a little bit bigger than that, but we'll call him 1.5 inches. So there you go. That is the Mech Planet Hot Soldiers, what is this? M03, HS03 and HS04. These guys are cool. If you can find them, by hell, these are going to sell out. Hell, I want another one. So, go buy them. I don't usually well, I'm not advertising. I don't usually recommend that you go buy stuff. Go buy this. The plastic quality here is good. For a first release, and I'm guessing this is a first release from this company because I sure as hell haven't seen anything else by them. And when I did an internet search, I couldn't find anything from them. So I can only conclude that this is their, I don't know, I am concluding that this is their first attempt. Maybe it's kind of like Fans Project or Fans Toys or whatever it was, where their first one apparently didn't make it or whatever. And, you know, you can't find FTO1 or whatever it was. But this thing is freaking cool as hell. So if you are looking for a sound wave, one thing, it's hard to get the feet because they are in there. So that's okay. You don't hear me argue or complain too much about sharp pins or hard pins. This thing's cool. Go buy it. Alright, that's all I'm going to say. You guys have a good one now. Bye. And now, to answer the burning question on everyone's mind, how does he scale with Metroplex? Well, there he is in the hand of Metroplex. Their trigger happy is in the hands of Metroplex as well, to give you all the size of scale. I don't really have any funny skit or anything kind of going on at the moment, so I just wanted to show you real quick how I scaled with Metroplex. Okay, bye.
Thank you for watching my Papa's channel. Please subscribe and like. Thank you.